UC Edwards Stadium, home of the Marshall Thundering Herd. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Northern Illinois Huskies, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Marshall Thundering Herd. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollock with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Northern Illinois about to kick it off as we get things started. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Marshall's offense takes the field. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape, because that was not pretty. That was not what they're wanting to do, man. Just turning the football over, not enough productive plays. And so how do you bounce back? How do you get started in this football game? Jesse, make it easy. Get him in a rhythm. Don't make it very complicated. Don't give him a chance to turn it over again. You don't need to put this losing streak to another digit in the column.
Yeah, I agree. I think there was two big things. I think, one, he was just pressing. He was trying to force the big play to happen when there were other completions to be had. So he's just got to do a better job being patient. And I think the guys around him also have to step up as well. They need to run the football. They need to get that controlled passing game going on early to get into a rhythm, as you said, to help this guy get into a good headspace here early and turn the page from what happened the last.
Turning it on! Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. Now on second down. They'll send the back in motion. Here comes the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The Thundering Herd coming off that huge run might bring a little more thunder this time. Motion from the back. Trying to beat him to the left. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. The 10. Touchdown, Thundering Herd. Once he got some room, it was over.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Northern Illinois' offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. That they got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
The Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Off the play fake. He lobs one high down the left side. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. Kick is in the air. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Unloads to the wideout. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window if the intended target was not open. And that's why that one fell incomplete.
Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? Trying to turn the corner on the left. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. He'll ride his man on the option. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Marshall might go for a big play here on 2nd and short. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42. This Marshall offense putting together a nice drive.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting 1st downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
The Thundering Herd to the line, facing a 2nd and short. This time they'll go to the running game. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
And his offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Positive plays, that's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the 1st down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. Goes to the option. The give to the tailback. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Marshall! You know what? That's a bit of a trick play. Big guy, let him tote that rock to the house.
It's a trick in college football now to even have a fullback in the game. Give it to the big fella. I'll tell you what, that's like tackling a tree stump. All legs, just big, stocky guy. Get in the end zone.
He'll start the return inside his 5. The Northern Illinois offense ready to go back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the 1st quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Caught close to the marker, it's Johnson. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. Northern Illinois back to work after picking up the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Bring in the heat. Fires to the big fella. At the 40, there he goes. We've seen this from this sophomore. Dangerous after he makes the grab.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Wants to throw it. This time he's got his man. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Huskies really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs. They'll run this play from the pistol. The lone back's got it. Gets a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. The give to the fullback. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on fourth down. Sends it back in motion. Going for the marker on the ground. Breaks into the open. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. Marshall got that running game going on the last play. Let's see what they have here. The give to the big fullback. They shut him down immediately. They tried to pop the fullback loose, and no running room there. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The offense changing the play. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. He uncorks a bullet to the right.
Pedal to the metal right now for this offense. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here on their third possession, they're still taking shots way down the field, and why not? Give the defense credit finally. Something good happens for them to get the incompletion, but if I'm this quarterback, I'm still throwing it.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Brought down at the 37-yard line, and this defense denies them on 3rd down. Marshall trying to move the sticks on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes a grab past the marker. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. This Marshall offense putting together a nice drive. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Run it with the fullback. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Marshall quick to the line. On the option. Got enough space. Touchdown, Herd! And they take it in for 6 more points. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Cal just wrapped up 4 quarters worth of dominance on its way to a never-in-doubt victory, and that's really the standard there in Berkeley. They'll enjoy this one all week. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. That's reeled in. It's Taylor. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is.
Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
And they run the option, and you can just tell, man, the timing of that wasn't set up well, and the quarterback looked a little bit clunky, and that play went absolutely nowhere.
Quick toss. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. Marshall will be forced to punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Guys, we'll see what the plan is for this Northern Illinois offense. They've gotten nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. That was not a great throw. I'd even call it ungood. Tried to put some air under it and just made it too easy.
I don't think the quarterback had a lot of confidence in where he was going with that football, Reese. I mean, that's a ball that needed to get there so much sooner. You got to put a little bit more mustard on that throw, and just lobbing the ball down the field like that, I don't know. You're asking for an interception.
Now on the option.
And they run the option, and that had no chance. And the QB, you could tell something was a little bit messed up, and he starts to run. It goes nowhere. Defense swarms him. That is the play that we don't want to run again.
On the option. Shakes off the defender. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And when you run the option, you run the risk of putting the ball on the deck, and especially once that thing starts to string out and the defense does a really good job playing assignment football, man on a man. I got the quarterback taken care of, and you could tell, had the running back taken care of too, nowhere to go with that pitch, and they forced the turnover.
Makes the grab.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
They think there's room to run to the right here. He'll get down to the 22 before going out of bounds.
He runs out of bounds.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Breaks the tackle. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll give it to Johnson. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. This Northern Illinois offense continues to move quickly. He'll keep it himself. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Huskies!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Marshall, 21, Northern Illinois, 7.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. He wants to change this route. They'll send the tight end in motion. He'll start this drive firing. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Marshall comes to the line way behind the sticks here on 2nd and long. Off play action. Finds his tight end. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Gets the back moving. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Give him 96 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. Caught in the backfield. It's Allen. Oh, he's got some space. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. They'll move the tight end. Wants to throw on 1st down. Caught behind the line. It's Allen. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Out of the gun to give to the back. Picks up the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Marshall quick to the line. Motion from the wide receiver. With jet sweep pass. Touchdown! Thundering Herd! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the 2nd quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You have got to make them pay for gambling like that.
Hold it, finds his man on the left. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Takes a hit as he fires. Another incompletion on third down. Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. It'll go out of bounds, and we'll see where they mark it. It's going to be right around the 35. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good.
Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. Got some room to run. And just an outstanding return. Takes it back to the... line.
Boy, and that might be the break this defense needed right before the half. You're down. You need to make a play. They can't score any more points. This one could get out of hand. Now you have set your offense up right before the half to maybe close this gap.
He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Trying to surge it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Northern Illinois.
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum, something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Wants to go up top on first down. Working the middle. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Working on the right. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. No good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there today in Huntington. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Jones C. Edwards Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. Northern Illinois takes over as the offense heads to the field. trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. The Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Wide open downfield. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. Northern Illinois will line up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After getting nothing done on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play uptight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Eastline set just inside the right upright. They cut into that lead. It's now 28-17.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Marshall takes over the ball. The Thundering Herd offense coming out. A blown opportunity, missing that short field goal on the last drive, and now they'll try to put something on the board here. The option look.
And playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. On the option, he'll pull it on the read. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Yeah, this offense is going to try to run the ball and do it in a variety of ways. You'll see zone reads. You'll just see straight downhill running. They'll get the toss play going as well to try to keep this defense on their heels.
Quarterback on the keeper. Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line. Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. At midfield, he's got room. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a 1st down for this offense. The Thundering Herd picked up a fresh set of downs by keeping it on the ground. The give to the back. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Here comes the option. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
There he goes. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
This guy's been so much fun to watch all year long. Every single week, he's making defenders look silly trying to tackle him with that last play. Now over 1,000 yards rushing on the season.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. They'll power it inside with the fullback. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by the...
Picked off. A turnover in their own end. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. This offense has it with really good field position. He'll ride his man on the option. And the ball slipped out. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
And I absolutely... the option, but this is part of it, right? The quarterback has to make a lot of reads really quickly and then carry the football and take care of that thing. So I think, you know, the fumble was caused there. We don't know why, but this is part of the option risk you run by running.
Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. And makes the tackle at the 23 after he got 10. From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Fires to the tight end. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36. And the Huskies are on the move. Running back searching for a hole. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll send the back in motion. They'll run play action. Turning it on. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Lost one deep down the right side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. Catch is made at the 15. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Give to the big fullback. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So now it's 2nd and long. Big fullback's got it. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. The Thundering Herd trying to dial one up to convert on 3rd down. He'll set up to throw. Fires to the big fella. Still on his feet at the 45. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. Guys, it is Marshall carrying the lead into the quarter break. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Looking downfield on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Turner. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
And that's the challenge for this defense, man. It starts to get later in the ball game. That clock is not your friend. You're losing the football game. They got to meet the physical challenge of this run game.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Motion from the back. Goes to the option. Good pickup there. He gets enough for the first down.
I'd say, well, the defense has really contained that quarterback run all game long, but in a big spot in the fourth quarter, they let him out of the cage. He gets out of the pocket.
Headed to the end zone, and he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown. Marshall looking for the score on 1st and goal. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll run the option. Touchdown, Marshall! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. The Northern Illinois offense ready to go back to work. You know this coaching staff was hoping for more from their senior quarterback. And I think it's fair to say that the corner and the rest of his buddies on defense have won this battle, keeping this quarterback in check, David.
They have. They've definitely won the battle. And you wanted to see more in this matchup. And I'll tell you what, this QB, we know he's got ability. And listen, I know that's a great corner out wide, but I wish he'd have made a little bit more of the simple plays and moved this offense a little bit. Been a bad day, man.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And this passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays and to scare this defense. And now, in passing situations, trailing, this is a tough spot for this offense.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. He wants to throw it again. Quickly to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. This Northern Illinois offense continues to move quickly. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Big loss on the last play threatens to knock this drive off course. It's 2nd and 16. Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Northern Illinois.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded, the run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
He turns that loose down the right side. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. And he wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Great place to start for this offense. Leaves it with the running back. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Complete with conviction on the crosser. Makes the tackle right at the 28-yard line. Pick up a 5, and they'll move the sticks. Now on first down from the 28. Looking to throw on first down. They'll run the screen. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Well, I don't know if the big fella got freaked out because he was so wide open on that play, but that is a catch he has got to make for his quarterback.
Snagged out of the air. Oh, he's got some space. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. The snap sets up the throw. Here's the pressure. Blasted as he lets it go. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score. After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, looking for the score. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Zings it complete to the right. Touchdown, Northern Illinois! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby. And they'll try to tack on 2.
My man, get him the ball. He will do the rest. Catches the football, walks into the end zone. Feed that man the rock.
The kicker is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. On the option, he'll do it himself. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Now on the option. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Thundering Herd faces a 3rd and short. On the option. He'll pitch it. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch? Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Motion from the wideout. Now the play fake. Here comes the heat. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Marshall comes to the line facing 3rd and long. The option look. He'll pitch it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Really good 3rd down defense. Nice job playing the option. Responsibility football, but still aggressive downhill, ready for the pitch. Great job getting the guy, getting to him, and getting him on the ground.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Now, this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. Got it in the middle. It's Hawkins. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. From the red zone, looking for a man. Catch in the middle. It's short. Going for the goal line. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Wants to go up top. Here's a heat. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Marshall quick to the line. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Wideout trying to get it in. Touchdown, Herd! And they take it in for 6 more points. They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The offense comes out for what almost certainly will be its final drive late in the 4th quarter. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Taylor. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. Every second is meaningful, and they save a few of them with the spike. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
Well, quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
A little screen to the running back. Fights off the defender. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved a touchdown. The Huskies are threatening on 1st and goal. looking to throw. Big fella moving. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ballgame. Now, we got a one-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back. And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
There he goes. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. The offense will use a timeout. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds left. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. And they'll send 5 wide receivers out, maybe creating some... And he reels it in for a touchdown, and that just might seal it.
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a 2-possession game, and guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
On the option, he'll keep it himself. He's got the 2-point conversion, and they build on that lead. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Corner showing press. They want to be physical here. Wants to go up top on first down. On target over the middle. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. And they spike it and get the clock stopped.
QB spikes it. No gain on the play. Brings up.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. Wants to fire on second down. Throws toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this third and long. They'll go to the air. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Touchdown, Huskies! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
Number 80.
How about the Hail Mary? Listen, you're supposed to throw that thing way up in the air. He puts it up in the air high. The defender, you're not supposed to try to catch it. You're supposed to knock it down. It gets deflected. And how about the concentration by the receiver to catch the football, make the play with all those bodies around him?
With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, Dave.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know, at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.